Hi there, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all well. Hope you've all had a great week. Thanks to everybody who commented and viewed last week's video. Very much appreciated. This week I want to have a go at this. It's a piece of pear tree. Beginning of last year, 2018, on a piece of land that I shoot on, one of the farmers is a pear grower. And I went down there to do a bit of shooting, and these loads of pear trees were chucked on the fire pile. So I rang him up and asked him what he was going to do with them. He was going to burn them. So I asked if I could have some. So I went down there, cut it all up, and I ended up with virtually a trailer full of logs around about this size really, about 200mm across, or in length, sorry. And they vary anywhere between 4 and 6 inches in diameter, which is a nice size. So what I did is, once I cut them up to size, I waxed both ends and left them under the carport for 6 months. Then I moved them into the garage for a couple of 3 months, and then I moved them into the workshop, or into the storeroom of the workshop. And they've now been sitting in there for, I don't know, 13 months I should imagine. So I want to have a go at turning one. I haven't actually turned one yet. I didn't turn any when they were green. So what I want to do is I want to have a go at turning one to see what it comes out like. So I don't know what I'm going to make out of it. I'd like to have a go at a vase, because I haven't actually made a vase as such yet. So that's in my mind to make a go, but I don't actually know until I start turning it down and see what it comes out like. Hopefully we can try and keep some of the effect, because we've got a couple of, I don't know if you can see, there's like a knot in there, so I'm hoping that's going to give me a bit of an effect. But like I say, and the good thing is, where I put the wax on the end, neither of the ends have cracked, so I'm hoping that it's going to be fairly solid inside as well. So anyway, we'll get this on the lathe and we'll see what we come up with. You never know till you try, so let's get over there. Right then, so I have it all mounted, centres on there. Obviously she's a little bit out of shape because it's not perfectly round. So what we'll do is we'll get a rough shape, we'll trim the ends, try and get a tenon on one end so we can get it pushed into the chuck, and then we'll go from there. Like I say, I'd like to try and keep some of the features, but I won't know until we start turning it. So let's get on with it. I weren't quite happy with the finish. I couldn't get a nice shine on it. So as you see from the video, I gave it a coat of, well actually I gave it 7 coats of lacquer. It's an automotive lacquer, scratch resistant automotive lacquer. But because I sprayed it in the garage, I don't know if you can see, there's just a few little pinprick dust marks in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand it out with wet and dry, and then polish it up with micro fine Yorkshire grit, just to give it a perfect shine, because I wanted to. I've never sprayed lacquered a piece, and I must admit I'm quite surprised how well it's come up. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So anyway, I'm going to sand it now. I'm going to sand it from 600 grit, but I can't sand it too much, obviously, because when you're spraying with automotive lacquer or clear coat, whatever you want to call it, you're only putting a real fine coat on. So I can't sand it too much. So as long as I get it, the little pinpricks out of it, I'll be happy. So we'll sand it. It'll be a quick sand over, and then we'll go over the microfine, and hopefully that'll bring it right. So yeah. Right, so I've sanded that out to 1500 now. There's still a few little pinpricks in it, but once that's polished out, you shouldn't really see them. So I'm going to get some microfine Yorkshire grit on there and see if we can bring the shine back. Now that's a shine I'm happier with. That is, I like that. I'm happy with that shine. With just the friction polish on the wood, it didn't give a shine like that, so I'm glad I have lacquered that to give that a nice smooth finish. No, looks nice, I like that. Let's get it out. My pear vase. Like I said, I've never done a vase before, so I'm really pleased how this has turned out. It's quite a nice wood to turn, to be honest. I thought it'd be a real hard wood, but it's not that hard. It's not as hard as oak or things like that. I mean, this is the first bit of pear tree I've ever turned, and I'm really do like it. So I'm glad that I've got loads of it. So no, I'm really glad it turned out as well as it has. I was struggling with the shape I wanted as I was turning it. I didn't know if just go for a straight fluted vase, but I ended up coming up with a little bit of a curved contour, which I think is the best look for it, to be honest. I'll put some better pictures up at the end so you can see the shape of it, and you know, obviously in a bit better light. But so no, I'm really happy how that's come out, and like I say, I had to give it some clear coat. I think I put 7 coats on in the end. I only showed 1 coat in the video, but I think I put 7 coats on. The only disadvantage with that, because I sprayed it in the garage, I had the extraction on, but obviously it's still a little bit of particles in the air, so I had a few little dust particles stuck to it. But we stuck it on the lathe. I turned it to 1500 grit with wet and dry, and then give it a coat of Yorkshire grit microfine, and it's brought it up absolutely stunning. I am really pleased with the coat, the finish on that. It's got a nice shine to it. I'm really happy with that. I'm really pleased how it's come out, and it's got a nice sweet smell to it, like not a peary smell, obviously what you expect is a pear tree, but like a really sweet smell to it. It smells really nice. I think there's still a little bit of moisture in it. I'd say now, since the trees was cut down to now, you're looking at about 15 months. I've had it for about 13, so obviously it hasn't dried out perfectly. I don't know what the ideal drying time is. I would imagine different trees mean different times, but if anybody can let me know what the ideal drying time is, I'll be very much appreciate for that. So anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've enjoyed them, please like and share. If anybody wants to give me any ideas, the issue with the friction polish, I'll be very much grateful for that, because it would be nice to know, because at the end of the day I'm still learning and life's all about learning. So if anybody's got any ideas why the friction polish never worked, then let me know please. Like I say, I sand it exactly the same as I do every other piece of wood or every other piece I make, but it's just some reason I couldn't get a continuous shiny shine on it. But that's not a problem, because we got a shine on it in the end, so you know, something different. Again, first time I ever used lacquer on a piece, so 2 new things in one project: lacquer on wood and turn and pear. So it turned out to be a good project really. So anyway guys, that's it for this week. I'll have a new project for you for next week. I want you all to have a great weekend. Take care, speak to you soon, and bye for now.